Never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Hey everyone, and welcome to
Kessel Run Weekly.
My name is Danny,
I'm Heather.
and we're back! New year,
Yay.
new us, right? Kind of. I don't know. I feel the same. So we've been on a little bit of a sabbatical vacation for a little bit, but we are back, guys, and we're excited to be back with you. So we've got some news to talk about first, which is a little unorthodox for our podcast. But yeah, we're gonna dive into some news. So first off, I think the most exciting, Rebels is returning February 24th.
Yay!
Yay! So I'm very excited. At the same time, I'm a little scared because, as we've talked about prior on the podcast, I think my boy Kanan is gonna bite it. Apparently, there is evidence. So yeah, I don't. I want to see it, and I don't want to see it because then that means that Rebels lives on longer. But then it doesn't really. I don't know. It's weird. Separation issues, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I'm holding on too tight. No, I'm just kidding. So Rebels is returning February 24th for the end of the final season. The end of the end. Womp womp.
Indeed.
Yes.
Till the next one.
Until the next one. I wonder what animation they'll do. But who
I
knows?
don't know. We shall see.
Yes, we shall see. But in conjunction with the Rebels release, we will actually be doing Ahsoka for our book club. Woo! So a few of you guys have actually asked us to read Ahsoka and do a book club for it, which has been really, really cool. So we're going to do it. And just in time for Rebels because we're going to be starting right at February. So that'll be our Holocron book club, and then we'll be able to dive straight into Rebels at that point. So stay tuned for that, guys. And just a reminder, Holocron book club is live. So you can get on the show and everything with us, and it's really cool. Anything can happen. So Heather, I've been dying to talk to you about something. Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked way back when about the Solo movie, and if we even need a Solo movie. I think we came to the conclusion together that yeah, sure, why not? It's Star
Why
Wars.
not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why not? However, we have had some image leaks, kind of first looks, that I sent you. So we had, what was it, the cast and a new Millennium Falcon, which I never thought that I would say.
Millennium Falcon.
Or an old one. And then just one of the cast, and then some Lego leaks. So I want to talk about those real quick with you. What did you think about the promotional images? Not the Legos yet, but the promotional images.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
It didn't excite me or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long month though for me, so I don't exactly.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm right there with you, to be honest. And I don't think that you're alone. Everything I've been seeing online has been kind of meh. I think somebody said that it looked like a roommate sitcom or something like that. So yeah. So I mean, it's cool to finally see the characters that we're looking for. I'm excited to see Lando in action because I love Donald Glover. The biggest thing, though, I felt like out of all of it was the Falcon. How different it looks. Now, in A New Hope, we know that Han Solo goes through and he says that he's made quite a few modifications, but my God.
Right.
What do you think about that?
It makes you wonder, because is it really the same freighter anymore?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they removed sections, they've shortened it,
Complete overhaul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Does it scream a Lando Millennium Falcon to you?
It does kind of, yeah.
Got a little bit of a flair to it.
Yeah, it has personality.
It does. I like the blue on it. The nose is just what bothers me right now. I'm looking at it and I'm sitting here going, how does it go from that to what we have? Because it literally looks like, okay, guys, we're gonna chop the entire front end off and put a hole in between it, And there's the Falcon. I don't know.
Right. I don't know. I'm hoping they explain
Yeah.
it. You know, there's
Definitely.
always going to be an explanation.
Oh, well, absolutely. Well, and even on that, so what's cool is with the Lego sets that got leaked, which, to be fair, anybody who follows us on Instagram, I didn't know it was a leak. And that sucker got took down real quick. But yeah, so I didn't know it was a leak. I apologize to whatever benevolent being was looking at our Instagram and decided that this was not proper. So I apologize. But yeah, so anyways, the Lego leak, though, it names the Falcon as the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon.
Indeed.
Indeed. So we'd earlier last year when Ron Howard was like posting a lot of "Hey guys, it's all gonna be okay" kind of Twitter pictures.
You're right.
Where he posted like it looked like a mine shaft and it said "spicy," and everybody was like, "Is it Kessel? Is it Kessel? Are we gonna see the Kessel Run?" I think we've got our confirmation now.
Well, it makes me wonder, though, if this particular ship can do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, then, and he has since made several severe and huge modifications. How fast does it go now? How?
That is true. Was it Han's ship that did it, or was it Lando's? So that'll be cool.
Know.
I didn't actually think about that. That would be really interesting to find out. Because I don't know, I don't see Han like doing his overhaul.
Well, I need
my
to
ride
know,
kind of episode.
I mean, if it was already doing Kessel Run in 12 parsecs,
Yeah.
then
Stands to reason the modifications should have made it faster.
you'd think.
You'd think. So that would be interesting to see. I'm just excited to see the Kessel Run. Apparently that's going to mean that the Pikes show up too. I don't know if you've gotten to that point in Clone Wars, but they actually were part of the not the Black Sun. I'm trying to remember what the syndicate was for Maul, but it was Maul's whole conglomerate where he joined the underworld to take over Mandalore and everything. It was with the Black Sun and the
Shadow
Pikes.
Collective.
Yes, the Shadow Collective. Yeah. So they joined there. They're really creepy looking, but apparently their thing is Kessel. So that'd be cool to see those characters come to life on the big screen. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's actually, it's weird to me that the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon Lego set is what's got me excited about Solo. I never thought that. Like, I've been excited about trailers, I've been excited about all these other things, but a Lego set, nonetheless. So, I don't know. I'm excited about at least seeing the Kessel Run, at minimum.
Yes,
But
definitely.
I feel like I still stand at the kind of meh.
Meh. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll either enjoy it or I won't. I'm not going to get my hopes up, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to.
Well, I feel like Last Jedi taught us that getting your hopes up kind of
Right.
just decimate all of it. Disney's
Right.
like, what
Don't
are people
go in with
saying?
expectations
Yeah.
and just enjoy it.
Exactly. Disney's
Enjoy
looking
it
at
for
it
what
like,
it is.
what are people saying? Oh, we're going to do the opposite of all that. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
So, yeah. But cool. So, yeah. So, did you have any impressions on the Lego sets or anything like that? The other ones kind of seemed underwhelming. But, yeah.
I don't know.
Really blocky.
I got my son Seth, my 12-year-old. I can say that now. 12.
Happy
has
birthday, Seth.
decided on his hobby being modeling and Legos.
Oh, cool.
And so I got him the Lego Creator, and so he's going to start making his own builds so that we can get,
Neat.
the pieces that he needs. And we're hoping to get a 3D printer at some point so that we can make our own models because, they don't have the ones we really like.
So why not make them your own?
Exactly.
I love it. That's cool. That 3D printer is exciting. I've seen what those things could do firsthand.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, you have too, actually. So yeah.
I have.
Now. So cool. So I don't know. Do you have anything else you wanted to add on the Han Solo leaks or anything like that?
Nope.
Yeah. We're just meh about it. Ready to see the movie and see the trailer, or at least one trailer. I don't know. 2 trailers seem to be too much on The Last Jedi. I take full responsibility, but So cool. So let's get to our main topic of the day.
Yeah.
So it's the new year. Welcome
Indeed.
2018.
Mhm.
New Star Wars stuff, new all this other kind of stuff, but new us. So Heather and I were talking about. Well, actually, I'll let you introduce this one because this was your idea.
Okay, so I feel that you've never done New Year's resolutions.
I have not. No.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I've always done them because it's not a new me. It's not a big chance for change. It's not. What it is an opportunity to become our best selves.
Mm-hmm.
A New Year's resolution isn't something that you wake up on January 1st and decide that the rest of your life is going to be different. You're going to make this huge, massive change, and everything is just going to fall in line. That's unfortunately not how it works, because January should go unused after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we all know how that goes. Where people fall apart is that they think that they're going to make this big grand statement of how they're going to make their lives better.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize that one big statement only takes you so far. It's a million little things that you have to do every moment of every day. You have to stick with it.
That's true.
You have to forgive yourself when you fail, because you will.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You have to understand where you went wrong so you can learn from your mistakes. And ultimately, it's not to make you a different person or anything. To me, I am very against aspiring to be that person. I only aspire to be the best version of myself.
Absolutely.
And to me, that's what New Year's resolutions are.
Cool.
So they're important to me.
Well, cool. Yeah, and like you said, I've never done one before. Not necessarily that I don't believe in them, just, I don't know, just never have. But Heather, you challenged me to find one in the Star Wars universe.
Indeed.
Because we actually had an episode a little while back, Do or Do Not, There Is No Try, where we discussed that line and everything, and I know you know how much that means to me. If you haven't heard that episode, check that out for sure. But you challenged me to find something in the Star Wars universe as a New Year's resolution. And so, recently, we had The Last Jedi.
Indeed.
Little indie movie that just came out in, just a couple theaters. And we got to review that together. If you didn't see that, check that out. Thank you guys for watching it. 100 views. It's amazing. So thank you so much. But yeah, so back on topic. There was a line in there where during the scene with, spoilers, Luke and Yoda, where Yoda's burning the tree and laughing maniacally, and as Yoda should.
Burn, baby, burn.
I absolutely loved everything about that scene. But there's a really intimate moment between Luke and Yoda where Luke's just kind of hit rock bottom, and he's kind of like, "Hey, you know what? I don't know what else to do. I've done enough. I've messed up things enough. All of this is my fault. I don't know what to do." Not in so many words, but yeah. And so there's been a line that's stuck with me in that, and I love Yoda wisdom. Yoda's always got the best things, and he tells Luke, the greatest teacher failure is. So, little transparency to my past year. My wife and I recently found out that we're going to have to move out of our apartment suddenly. They're not renewing our lease and all that kind of stuff. New apartment managers, whatever. But yeah, so literally we found out that from that date, just before December, I think, we were going to have to move, find another place to live. Everything's been too expensive and all this other kind of stuff, and we were just didn't know what to do. And I had a moment where I felt like I was at rock bottom. I was about to be homeless. This is what was going through my head is I'm about to lose everything, and I've got my wife and my dog and everything that we have, and so I mean I had a hard time, just being completely honest. I felt like there was no way that this could get worse, and just wallowing in my self-pity. And I had to make the decision, you know what? I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to do this because, you know what? Homeless isn't an option. It's definitely not an option. So we decided to buy a house, which we're currently in the process of, which is really exciting. Never done that before. Absolutely terrified, but we're going to be buying a house. And so we're all really excited and everything's working out. But it's those moments that I had this past year where it was just I felt like I was at rock bottom, like things couldn't get worse, and that I've messed up things too much, or I don't know where to go from here, things like that. That Yoda line helps, where it's the greatest teacher failure is, and not just failure, but setback, where I felt like, I mean, again, like there was nowhere else to go. So, I mean, with this, I think that this is what my New Year's resolution is going to be, is this line right here from The Last Jedi. The greatest teacher failure is. And so this year I am going to make the resolution to learn from failure and setback, to always push forward, and to find a way to come out on top. So yeah. So this is my first resolution, guys. So
Woo!
hey, I made
Good
one.
luck.
Now, will I stick one? But yeah.
So you say the greatest teacher failure is. I took a Stanford online course, and no, that does not mean I got into Stanford. It means I logged in with a password and I was able to take a class. It was free, and I got nothing from it except for a whole lot of knowledge,
Cool.
which is why I took it to begin with. It's called open source education, and I highly recommend anyone to do it at any time, because bettering your brain is paramount to greatness, in my opinion. So anyway, my very first Stanford course was, I think it was called How to Learn Math. Okay.
And Danny can't math.
Danny can't math, and you know why? I'll explain. So there is a certain thing called a growth versus fixed mindset. We believe, as human beings, that we have a fixed mindset. Our brain is set and has specific gifts and lacks certain aspects. Like, you can't math,
Okay.
right? That
Right.
is your mindset. Okay. I can't art.
Well,
Right?
that's just not true, but
Well,
okay, okay.
I can't art. That's something you're born with. It's a talent, right? Okay. It's a lie. A fixed mindset is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Any brain can learn anything from
Okay.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A growth mindset is the ability to understand that when you learn something and when you work on something, your brain physically, biologically grows larger in that area.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, say a cabbie over in Ireland is required to study for 3 years to learn thousands of streets in their brain, and that particular part of their brain grows, physically grows. When they stop doing that job, it shrinks. It's an actual, it can be measured. It's a thing. Okay. Well, people feel that because art is abstract and difficult to understand, that it is impossible to learn. People believe that because math is concrete and there's no wiggle, that it is impossible to learn. But both are false.
Okay.
Because art is a science. It has its measurements. It has its path. It has its everything. And anybody can do it, even me. Math is very abstract. There may be a specific way that you learned to do it, that you have forgotten how, but at its very core, math can be determined by anything. Like, I've taught my son division by using measuring cups. So, coming back to the failure, when you tell a child or anyone that they're smart, they feel smart means they know the answer.
Okay.
When you tell someone that they work really hard and you're proud of them for how hard they work, they feel like they don't have to know the answer. They need to get the answer. Okay. So whenever you have two individuals, one is a hard worker and one is smart, they will both, you give them an option between math questions. One is a highly evolved blah, 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 blah. And one is straightforward and a little bit easier. The smart one's going to take the easy one usually, and the hard worker is going to take the hard one. Because when you're smart, you feel like you can't fail, because then you're no longer smart. I'll let that sink in for a second. Failure makes your brain grow physically more than getting any answer correct. It is scientifically proven. So failure is truly physically, scientifically, and biologically more effective at teaching you something than getting something correct. So when people sit there and they say, why do you try so hard? Or, why do you have to do it that way? Or whatever. It's because I like to learn, not have the right answer.
I love that. That's really cool. So I should have a really big brain by the end of the year. No, just season.
But, don't be afraid to fail. Yeah. Embrace it.
For sure. I love that. So, what about you?
Mine is when your heroes devastate you, become your own. Now, it's not a quote from the movie. It is more of a theme from the movie in my own words. So, I have had a devastating and painful month. Life sucks and then you die. And you have to decide whether you're going to put your hope and faith into someone else, or you are going to figure out how to do it on your own.
That's true. And it's a big theme throughout the movie too, which is really cool, because and you have that Rey as an example, where she meets Luke and everything, and he's not what she thought.
Reality is that, we're not dumb and we're not weak. I'm a very transparent person. I've always been transparent. Anybody that ever knows me knows that everything I am is exactly what you see. And so I trust other people the way I trust myself. So reality isn't that way. That's not reality. Reality is that most people are not transparent, and see someone that is truly transparent, they see it as a weakness because you allow them to see your flaws. And I accept my flaws. I have no problem with my flaws, and I don't hide them.
you're all the stronger for it.
I
You're one
don't.
of the strongest people I know.
I don't really care if people see my
Mm-hmm.
flaws. In fact, I point them out to people,
Mm-hmm.
not to put myself down, not to hurt myself in any way, shape, or form, the way people think I'm just being negative or I'm putting myself down or whatever it is people think that I'm doing. That's not the point.
Mm-hmm.
My point when I tell you my flaws is that your flaws are okay too. These are mine. Yours are okay too. You don't have to tell them to me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine. But be okay with who you are.
So I really love yours because it was a meme actually that you had done a little while back on the page. When you had sent it to me, I was just like, yes, this is freaking awesome because it had ray training and everything on it too. But when your heroes devastate you, be your own. I love that because, and I've had that in my own life where I've looked to people to be who I needed them to be, who I thought that they should be. And I was let down pretty bad. I know I've told you about a few of those things, but that's going to happen anywhere. And it comes back to a matter of whether you're going to pick yourself up and decide, I'm going to do it then. If you can't be what I need, then I'm going to be what I need. I'm going to make this happen.
Heroes are a fallacy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really.
Well, and it's somebody to look up to. So, as far as heroes go, I mean, to me, they are somebody to look up to. But a lot of times we end up idolizing them
Right.
too much,
Right.
which I've done. But I mean, as long as they are somebody that you can learn from, I feel like that at that point that they are a true hero. Where it's not that you're trying to be them.
Learn from.
Right.
You can learn
Exactly.
from anyone. You can learn from anybody with any IQ, any station in life, any job, anything. You can learn from anybody.
Absolutely. No, and that's my point. Where anyone can be a hero.
Exactly.
It's a matter.
Higglytown heroes.
I mean, hey.
That was a long time ago, dude.
So I really love yours. I really love how empowering yours is as well, because especially in today's age, with a lot of the things that are going on, which I'm not visiting those, but just to say, I mean, it's important because a lot of things you see where your heroes are torn down. They're not who you thought they were. What do I do next? Be your own. Learn from that and be your own. That's amazing. I love it. I love your resolution. I wish I would.
I love yours too.
I want your resolution. No, I'm just kidding. So no, I absolutely love that. That's really cool. So did we have anything else you want to talk about on our New Year's resolutions?
I don't believe so.
So New Year, same us. Hey. We got a lot of exciting things coming in the works for you guys. So we had a cool listener email actually that was really unexpected, which was really neat. I'm really excited about it. So we wanted to read it to you guys on air. So if you send us email, as long as it's like family friendly, we'll read it on air for you guys. Questions, concerns, comments, anything. So definitely email us kesselrunweekly@gmail.com. But we want to go ahead and read this listener mail. Heather?
Okay, so from Marcus R. Hello there. Just saw your episode 68, The Last Jedi reaction and review, Kessel Run Weekly on YouTube. Thank you for that. So many reviews go around the internet that I was feeling kind of insane because I really like that movie. And yeah, to me, it is totally Star Wars from when I first watched it. And I watched it 5 more times. Sure, I do not like 100% of it, so I understand some of the negative arguments. And before I watched it, I was really concerned if I would like it. So I can understand why people are sad or disappointed. But that doesn't mean that they have to say they killed Star Wars and stuff like that. Even in a perfect baseball game, you will see a few balls outside of the zone. So come on. You guys pretty much nailed it with your review, although I do not agree 100%. Winky. I'm doing the winky in case you can't see me. But as you said, that is okay. Thank you again, and may the force be with us and with J.J. Abrams. Winky again. Look, I'm doing the winky. Marcus.
That is awesome. I love that so much. Like, and like you said, I mean, and I feel like that, Heather, that's like your song that you sing every time. You don't have to agree. It's okay.
You don't have to agree. That's the wonderful thing about being a fan of anything is that we don't have to agree.
Mm-mm.
All we have to do is accept the fact that we don't have to agree.
Hey. It's a foreign concept. No,
I know, right?
But that's really cool. And guys, I mean, it's true. We don't have to agree on anything. You could hate The Last Jedi. We can love The Last Jedi. It's okay. We can still be friends and stuff and hang out and all that kind of stuff.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So yeah. So again, I know we mentioned it at the end of the last show and everything. But let's stay positive. Because a lot of just venom, for the lack of better description, in the Star Wars fandom has been going around. Now, I don't see it as often on our social media or anything because you guys are awesome.
We have cool people.
We have a lot of cool people on our page, and I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I love talking with you guys all the time. I mean, if we're being honest. So just stay positive. Even if we're not looking forward to something, or if we disagree, that's okay. Please remember.
Well, being positive doesn't always mean agreeing. Being positive doesn't always mean, oh, that was awesome. Sometimes being positive is having an adult conversation about something, not agreeing, not liking it, and still accepting it for what it is anyway.
Exactly. She always says it better than I do. So cool. So did you have anything else you wanted to add to the show or anything like that, Heather?
I'm good.
Awesome. So cool, guys. So we are back in full force. Pun intended. So we will have another episode coming out next week as well, where I think we're talking A New Hope. Kind of getting off the Last Jedi train a little bit, but not really. Kind of. Sort of.
We have things in the works.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. So we'll be talking A New Hope next week. And also, look out for Ahsoka coming in February.
Definitely.
Where we're going to be doing our book club for Ahsoka. So join us live every single episode. Not just one, not just two, but all of them. Where we're going to read Ahsoka. Read it with us. If you've already read it, come talk about it with us. We love talking with you guys. So until next time, my name is Danny.
I'm Heather.
May the Force be with you.